All right.
All right. Longest 3 minutes is back. After a long break and a baby, the show is back, and we are now in week number 4 with some surprises over this season so far. Would you say?
I would think so, yeah. Do you think we can speak louder?
I don't know.
Me neither.
We could speak louder. We will know after we watch this. We have one undefeated team remaining after the first 3 weeks are in the books, and that would be...
No surprise?
The Little Debbies. I was very surprised.
Yeah. No, absolutely not.
And we have the high points total of the year so far.
Big surprise.
That's not a surprise.
But that is why we are doing the show, because we obviously...
Are the experts.
Yeah.
You know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
As we see it right now, the leaders in each division, which the North, which is the real weak division,
Yeah.
the Lunkers are 2-1, obviously showing how weak the division is. Tied with the Destroyers and the Bombers. In the South, it's the Debbies at 3-0, sitting all alone. We got some stats here.
Yeah.
The low points people for the year so far would be...
Kurt's Killers.
Obviously, with 714 points over 3 weeks, very pathetic.
Yeah.
Only followed closely by
7-11.
with 723 points.
He doesn't really know his team, so...
No. And one other shocker, another low person, was the Lunkers, even at 2-1, 75% coaching efficiency. Thank God the players know what they're doing, because the coach obviously doesn't.
No, not at all.
Not at all. As you can see, what also goes hand in hand with a bad record.
The bad percentage coaching efficiency.
Yep, 7-11 is Kurt Killer, 2 lowest in the league. What do you think?
60%, 66 and 67%. I mean,
yeah, you're leaving a lot of points on the bench, people. It's very sad.
You might want to look and see who to play instead of just submitting a random lineup.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of just the pointing at the screen with your eyes closed to make your lineup, but obviously it's not working for you either. We're looking at, I wanted to personally give a shout out to War Machine. I want to thank them for drafting Maryland Edwards, because if you hadn't, I would have.
Yeah, me too.
And he's so far showed up.
He skipped over T.O. on the next pick. I took T.O.
That was a good move, good move.
Yeah.
We also wanted to give a congrats to Romo's boys for walking all over War Machine, who must have broke down this week. It's very sad. We got what matchups coming up this week?
We got matchups.
Matchups. Let's start with the Lunkers versus active opposition. Who do you like in this one, Ray?
You know, I'm going to have to go with the active opposition after what they've showed us that they have on their team last week.
Yes, it was an amazing output by active opposition, scoring over 400 points.
First team this year.
Yes, broke the milestone. Very nice. I don't think the Lunkers... I actually will go with active opposition, too. I think that she's on a roll. And it's Scotty, who obviously will fall on his face eventually. That's what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it proved that when he played me.
I'll pick active opposition by about 40 points. Souptown Hustlers versus Desperados.
This could be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
I'm looking at this one and I'm wondering, because Souptown Hustlers kind of remind me of the Raiders. Owners, management, it's all messed up. Nobody knows who's in charge. Is it Nolan? Is it Mike? It doesn't really matter who.
Who's calling in the
rosters,
lineups,
supposed lost rosters. Put it on a machine. Don't buy it.
Yeah.
Stealing Romo's boys victory. The suspect, Desperados, surprising 1-2 right now. I expected more. He's a veteran of the league. The benching of Matt Forte may be a reason why.
Yeah, we don't understand that.
He is in the top 4 for rushing and number 2 in the league for all-purpose yards at 409, only behind my Frank Gore.
Frank Gore.
Yep. And I want to tell Thomas, yes, I do have 2 really good running backs. Suck it. We also have Bridgeview Bombers versus Kurt's Killers, so obviously the Bombers are on bye this week.
Yeah. I shouldn't laugh. They almost beat me.
Yeah, almost doesn't matter. Uh-oh, we have a phone call.
2 minutes.
That's our producer telling us we should probably wrap it up. But we won't. Alright, so yes, Kurt's Killers, we're not seeing it. The bad coaching, the bad players, it's all looking at.
Yeah.
So this week, 7-11 will be taking on Peyton's players. 7-11...
Well, who's starting Turner this week? You were 7-11.
I think Turner sided with me this week. But 7-11, good try. Still mine. And I won't let that go.
Alright.
So I'm picking myself, obviously, because, well, highest scoring guy in the league, lowest scoring guy in the league. Figure I got that.
I'll agree with that.
You
Yeah.
go with that?
I'll
All
go
right.
with that.
Here we got the matchup of the week, folks. I'm seeing Romo's Boys versus Little Debbie's.
I'm going to admit this is going to be a tough one.
The 3-0 Debbie's taking on Romo's Boys, who probably should be 3-0, except for the commissioner cheated. So, what do you do, Romo's Boys? You can only field the winning team and
So
let
it's
it go.
kind of like two undefeated teams going up against each other.
Unfortunately for my co-host, I'm going to go with Romo's Boys just because they're on a high after beating the returning champions.
You know, I have to go with myself. I mean, I don't really have a choice.
Yeah,
but,
you should probably pick against yourself this week. I'm just saying, you know, alright, you can pick yourself.
Yeah, I don't have a tight end to start this week, but I'm going to make it up in other positions.
Another kicker.
Yeah, you know what? That would be possible
It is.
with Longwell.
Alright.
Yeah.
And the final matchup of the War Machine versus Destroyer. War Machine looking pretty weak, less warish than normal.
Right.
Against Destroyer, who did they do last week? Did they win anything?
I think they might have had somebody go out on IR.
Yeah, they did lose another player. So if they have a team to field, Destroyers could pull the upset, but you have to go with the returning champion, and I am going to take War Machine.
Yeah, he's tough, and after that beating he got last week,
Expect a bounce back.
I'm expecting almost 400 from him this week.
You better,
Because I know he's upset.
we're in a tough division. War Machine, you better keep it together because you may end up out of the playoffs. But that's a wrap up for week 3. Anything else you want to add?
No. Sounds good.
All right, well, we're glad to be back. Sorry about the break.
Yes.
I know you guys all hunger for our knowledge. And
These kids keep getting in the way.
yeah, she's pregnant again.
No.
Ow, wait. Anyways, that's it for the long stream
Thank
minutes. See you next week.